Hi guys, and welcome back to Denise. So I'm going to jump on and do a quick My Face of the Week Shop My Stash video. If you guys are interested, stick around and let's just jump right into it. So for this week, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to be using these 6 lipsticks here this week. I've given myself a little bit of a variety. I have a lot of nudes, and then I also have a couple of purples in there. And these are what all of those colors look like. This is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful brown for women of color, and this color also, it's just so gorgeous on the lips, and that would be these 2 colors here, number 940 and 950. They're just beautiful lipsticks by Maybelline New York, so I'm going to be using these this week. So for my foundation, I'm going to be using these 2 products right here. This is the Maybelline Dream Wonder Fluid Touch Foundation in number 95 Coconut. This stuff is so super duper lightweight but gives amazing coverage for what I need. I absolutely adore this because it really is skin-like and it has a powder-like finish. And then to set that, because I am super oily, I'm going to be using my Dream Wonder powder. And this is in the color I always forget. Oh, also 95 Coconut. Okay, so I'm going to be using these 2. So for my highlight, I'm going to be using this eyeshadow. It is an eyeshadow, but I prefer to use it as a highlight on my upper cheekbone area. It is gorgeous. It gives off a very peachy, golden, coppery color. It's just beautiful. It's number 617 Copper Express by Milani. It's from their baked eyeshadow line. It is just an absolutely beautiful, beautiful. Let me just swatch it for you guys real quick. It is an absolutely beautiful eyeshadow that I like to use as a highlight. Okay, so moving on. So this week I'm going to try something new. I've only played around with it, but I'm really going to get into it and try to see how this works out for me. This is an Iman CC Correct and Coverage Skin Tone Evener. I'm going to use it as an under eye highlight to see how I like it. So I don't know, we'll see. I'll let you guys know later on this week how I feel about it. I have it in the color Clay Medium. So this next item is by Rimmel. It's a primer. I think it's one of the best drugstore primers out there. This is not something that I reach for all the time. This is something that I reach for when I know that I'm just going to be inside. So this next item is by NYX. It's the Matte Finishing Setting Spray for your makeup. I don't use this every single day, but I do have a meeting on Friday where I will be in a large area, and you know, when you're speaking in front of people, sometimes you tend to perspire a little bit more. So on Friday, I definitely will be using this particular setting spray just to help control the oil. So for my moisturizer slash sunscreen, I'm going to be using this one by Sephora. It's the Age Defy Moisture Cream SPF 15 sunscreen. This stuff is amazing. It works with all of my makeup. It doesn't give me that greasy residue, doesn't irritate the eye area, and it doesn't irritate my skin. So I'm going to be using that this week. I have a ton of these little samples, and once I'm finished up with all of my samples, I definitely am going to go out and purchase a large size of this product. It just really works well. So for my under eye highlight, I'm going to be using my Superstay Better Skin Concealer by Maybelline, and I'm going to be using it in the color 60 Deep. If I don't like the way the CC Cream works by Iman, then I'm going to just stick with what I know. This is a great concealer, so I'm going to be using this. So to correct my hyperpigmentation, I'm going to be using some NYX Dark Circle Concealer. I use it as a corrector. This is what it looks like. It's like a dark salmon type of color. It works beautifully with my skin. It is a little bit thick, so I really only use it around my nose area and sometimes my upper lip area and around my mouth and chin area, but that's pretty much the only place I use this. I don't use it on my eyes or around my eyes at all. Just in case that CC cream from Iman doesn't work out and I'm going to be using my Maybelline concealer, I do like to set my Maybelline concealer, so I'm going to be using a very natural powder to do that. This is the Midnight Topaz Translucent Powder. I'm going to be using that with my Maybelline concealer as eyeshadow basis. I'm going to be using these eyeshadow sticks by Rimmel. This is from the Kate line. I'm going to be using this blue one. It is so gorgeous. It's Electric Sapphire, and then this one here is the purple, and it's Electric, I think, Amethyst or Deep Amethyst. So I'm going to be using both of these products as base for my eyeshadows. The eyeliner I'm going to be using this week that I've fallen head over heels for is by Urban Decay. It's the 24-Hour Glide On Eye Pencil. It's the double-ended pencil. I have it in black and also purple, so I'm going to be using that. For my eyeshadows this week, the palettes I'm going to be using are by Anastasia. So the first one is the Amazing palette. This is what that palette looks like. This palette is the bomb. I cannot rave enough about this palette. I cannot tell you guys how amazing this palette is. I think every woman should own this palette. Truly, it is so beautiful, easy to work with. The colors are gorgeous. They work for any skin tone, with primer, without a base. These colors are just pigmented, soft, beautiful. They show up. They're gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Next palette is the Tamana palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is what this palette looks like. The colors in here are absolutely gorgeous. Also, I don't reach for this palette enough, so I am going to try to utilize it this week. So this next palette is the Artist palette. This is one of the newer ones that has just come out. She's just released another one. This is what that palette looks like. I'm not really head over heels for this palette. I'm still kind of, I don't know, I gotta just work with it kind of feel. You know, that's kind of how I feel about this palette. But nevertheless, it's a beautiful palette and the eyeshadows are gorgeous. For my contour, I'm going to use Old Faithful. It's the My Sculpted Face by IT Cosmetics. This is what the palette looks like. You guys have seen this a ton on my channel. The colors I'm going to be using to contour this color here. It's the deepest shade in this palette. I use it all the time and it's still plenty of product in there, so I'm so impressed by that. And then we also have the lighter color here, and I use this to kind of bronze. And these colors here I use on the eyelid sometimes as transition colors. So yeah, I'm going to be using this palette this week. So I just want to say thank you guys so very much for taking time out of your day to watch my Shop My Stash Face of the Week video. These are always so much fun to do. I hope that you guys will start sharing, if you have a YouTube channel, I hope you guys will start sharing your face of the week. I absolutely adore doing these and I absolutely adore watching these types of videos. So share your makeup, share your makeup. I'm interested. I know plenty of other people are interested. So yeah.